All right, I got a quick one because I'm in the middle of a lot of things, but I promised some updates. So, one reason why I haven't done a few things is I cleaned up my Megasquirt board here, and I did start making the Vimeo videos. I published one already for how to set up a gold box, how to make sure your COM port works, how to check your power, how to check some of the sensors, how to load firmware and everything. It has screen captures. So all of that is up and functional, and you guys, please blast me if I miss posting it in the description. In the description, I will put a link to, a lot of you guys might not realize I have some self-help videos on Vimeo, which is like a HBO version of YouTube. You can sell videos on there. So I put up a bunch of how-tos for like HP tuners, and I've promised the Megasquirt stuff for a while. So I got one of the videos up. I'd like to do some more. So I've been messing with that and made progress. And then another thing that I did was I was going to build a welding table. I had a piece of steel like huge over in this corner, and I was telling my friend the one day, Ackerman, you guys know Whack Shack Notch, I'm like, hey, I'm going to build a welding table, you know, give me some ideas on dimensions. And he's like, I've been trying to give away a welding table for like 2 years. So his friend, I guess, gave him this, and he cut it in half. It was twice this width. So I measured, and I'm like, dude, I can shove it in the corner where like my welders are. So I moved my welders out, and there it is. I might even get rid of my wood stove. I don't really use it. I might just move it for a while and cap the chimney because I use my programmable thermostat heater over there. So I think what I will do is move the stove, move this over, and put the welding cart next to it, and then pretty much permanently affix the TIG underneath the table, because I doubt I'm going to be moving all of that stuff to learn how to pedal and everything else, because I'm awful at welding with aluminum and stuff, and I want to learn, so this will help. And also, it's a nice bench. It's like, I mean, it's really, really heavy. So, the other quick update is, everyone asked me to do a long-term update on this guy, and it has been great. The only problem I had was these were plastic from the factory, and when you would pinch them down, they would sway quite a bit. You would get this going on. And I'm like, okay, well, these are probably going to break, and they did. So they did break, and I did hit them up, and I'm like, hey, the jaws broke, but I bought like $5, man, and these are like 20, those will like chop your finger off. So these are really nice heavy duty ones that I added in, and then put a nice bolt and everything through here. Everything's clean, except for the huge amount of tape I put on there. But anyway, this has been good to me. I don't use it as much because it's kind of big, and we leave it in my wife's Evo, because Evo has a battery about this big, and if she takes it somewhere and leaves it keyed for like a second to listen to the radio, the battery dies. So we're in the middle of putting the larger battery, and we got a stock tray for it. It has one of those micro batteries. Anyway, I hit them up, and I'm like, hey, this is what happened. And they're like, hey, we're sorry, can we send you like a replacement unit? And I'm like, well, I like this one, it still works, can I keep it? So they said they'd send me another jumper pack, and I wanted to get one of these originally, and then this is what they wanted to send me to review, because it has the air pump on it, but it makes it big, and the air pump does work, like in an emergency it does work, but it only pumps about 1 pound per minute. So if you have to put 20 pounds in a tire, you're going to sit for 20 minutes. If you have a truck and it had 0 PSI in it and it's holding air, it's going to take you, what, 45 minutes to pump the tire up, which I think in the instructions, I actually did read, and it recommends not running the air compressor for more than like 15 minutes at a shot without letting it cool off. So there's a whole caveat to that. I mean, it is there, but if they could make it way better, that'd be nice. Everything else works great other than the plastic arms, which I knew were going to break. Everything else has been hanging in there. Yep, still good. Yep, air compressor works. This guy, I didn't even get to test that much. I just left it in my car and knew the opportunity would present itself, especially with cars on the dyno. So I had a car the other day that I had to jump probably 35 times. It had like a bad ground wire. It was causing some other issues, and it would just not start. and I kept this plugged into the computer. You can charge it. I kept it plugged into the dyno computer. You can charge it over micro USB or USB 3 or USB-C, sorry. And then these are obviously outputs you can turn on. It has a little flashlight. You can do all the usual stuff, check battery charge. And then this is the little jumper guy. And these are plastic too, but they're much smaller, so they have no deflection. See, they don't, you can try to mush them and the jaws stay straight. So these jaws were better than those jaws, in my opinion. And you just plug this unit in and boom, and jump your car. And I must have jumped my buddy Tom's car like 30 times, and it just kept doing it. So it this does work great too. And I think this one's cheaper. This one's like in between 60 and 100 bucks. I'll have to get the details. They said they would give me a coupon code for this one to give you guys also. So if you're watching this video and you're interested in the little guy here that actually does work, it works amazing. I would wait a little bit because I think this is the company that gives me, if they like the video, they give me a coupon code. The other company, I have OBD2 scanner here that I'm going to do another video on. They sent me an OBD2 scanner and they gave me a discount code immediately. And I like that OBD2 scanner better than the other two that I own. So look forward to that one. Hold on to your pants until I say something about that. Because I think it's like 60 bucks, but with their coupon, it's like $47 shipped. And it works great. So there's a real quick one of the battery jumper packs. These did break, but they looked like they were going to break. But everything else has been holding in there. And this one just gets slammed in my car all day long. And sometimes I charge the phone and some other stuff off of it. And occasionally jump cars. And it has been working good. And it comes with a sweet carrying case for all the cables. It even comes with like micro and USB 3 and C and whatever. And then we'll get on to this guy in another video. And we'll get on to the OBD2 scanner in another video. And if you want to learn about HP tuners and micro, mega, whatever, tuner studio, firmware, etc., that video is available on the Vimeo videos. So here's a quick conglomerate of a snowball rolling forward of videos.